Let me ask you a question. Do you know which disease kills more people each year than all cancers combined? Do you know what might be slowly killing you without you even realizing it? And the irony of this is that your body is always communicating this to you. It's just a matter of whether you are paying attention or not. What if I told you there is something inside your body right now that could be leading you toward a life-threatening disease? Take a moment to guess. It's not cancer, it's not a disease, and it's not stress, at least not directly. It's inflammation. Sounds harmless, right? Well, what if I told you that chronic inflammation is the silent force behind some of the world's deadliest diseases? Heart attacks, strokes, Alzheimer's, and that it's already happening inside your body. Now that I've got your attention, let's talk about how this sneaky and hidden killer works. You might not have heard much about it, but inflammation is responsible for diseases like Alzheimer's, arthritis, and autoimmune conditions, and it can even lead to strokes and heart attacks. Inflammation is the body's way of sounding the alarm that something is wrong. But here is the thing. Most of us are ignoring it. In fact, most of us have normalized living with chronic pain, discomfort, and fatigue, assuming that's just what happens as we get older, but it's not. Think about how often we dismiss the signs. We brush off fatigue as just being busy. We write off headaches as stress. We think joint pain is just part of aging, but your body is constantly sending you signals. And if you are not paying attention, those small warnings can turn into serious life-threatening conditions. Let me tell you about a brother, Sam. Sam was an athlete in high school. He ran tracks, played football, and was always active. But in his mid-30s, he started feeling tired all the time. His joints ached, and he had trouble sleeping. He figured it out as stress from work, maybe something that would go away with a few good nights of sleep, but it didn't. Sam brushed it off like most of us do, thinking I'm just getting older. He kept pushing through, ignoring the signs, and a year later, Sam's doctor delivered the bad news. He was diagnosed of rheumatoid arthritis, a direct result of the chronic inflammation he had been ignoring. The condition could have been caught much earlier if he had just paid attention to those warning signs. And rheumatoid arthritis is a chronic inflammatory condition that, if left untreated, can lead to permanent joint damage and severe health complications. But here is the scary part. Sam's story isn't unique. Sam's story is your story. It's my story. In fact, millions of people living with conditions like these without even realizing it until it's too late. But here's what you need to know. Though your body is constantly trying to heal itself, but you also have to listen to it. We've been conditioned to think that pain and discomfort are inconveniences to be suppressed. You got a headache? Take a pill. Stressed out? Push through it. But suppressing the symptoms doesn't solve the problem. It just masks it. Think of your body as a car. Now, imagine a bright red warning light flashing on the dashboard of your car. It's telling you something is wrong with the engine. And when the engine warning light comes on, what do? Well, you could ignore it and keep driving. But sooner or later, that engine is going to fail. You take it to a mechanic, You don't just cover the light with your hand and pretend it's not there, right? But when it comes to our own health, that is exactly what many of us do. We pretend nothing is wrong with us. We are so focused on staying busy, on being productive, that we forget about the engine that's running everything in our body. Inflammation is your body's way of telling you that something is wrong. It's the root cause of so many chronic diseases, from heart disease to cancer to autoimmune disorders. Chronic inflammation is like a slow fire that you don't even notice until it's burned everything down. But here is the twist. It is 100% preventable. And the good news is, you don't need a PhD in medicine to fix it. You don't need some fancy treatment or expensive supplements. Here is what you need to know. The food we eat, the stress we carry, the lack of sleep, these all contribute to chronic inflammation. And while we can't control everything, there are steps we can take right now to start healing ourselves from the inside out. Your food is either fueling the fire or putting it out. Junk food, sugar, processed stuff, they make the fire worse. But the right foods like grains, greens, berries, fish, they cool the fire and put it out. I have seen people who, after making simple dietary changes, have dramatically improved their health. Their joint pain decreased, their energy levels increased, it skyrocketed. They didn't need a miracle. They just needed to give their body the right fuel. And next up is stress. I know we are all stressed. It's become so common that we wear it like a badge of honor. But chronic stress is a major driver of inflammation. It's like gasoline for inflammation. You might think you can push through it, but your body disagrees. When you are stressed, your body goes into something called the fight or flight mode, releasing chemicals that can damage your tissues and organs over time. We often think stress is just a mental thing, something we can push through. But stress manifests in your body. It leads to insomnia, digestive issues, heart problems, and yes, inflammation. So how do we combat this? It's not about eliminating stress, that's impossible. It's about managing it. Simple things like daily movement, meditation, and even just taking time to breathe deeply can have a profound effect on reducing inflammation. Many studies have shown that people who meditate for just 10 minutes a day have lower levels of stress hormones and inflammation. It's not magic. It's science, and it's simple. Then there is sleep. We've all heard the saying, I'll sleep when I'm dead, right? Well, keep up that attitude and you will get there faster than you think. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. It's when your cells regenerate, when your brain detoxifies, when inflammation is reduced. If you are not getting enough sleep, you are not giving your body the time it needs to heal. Skip sleep, and it's like leaving the fire burning overnight. Now, here is the kicker. Ignoring this doesn't just make you feel tired or sore. It shortens your life. Chronic inflammation is directly linked to a shorter lifespan. So the longer you ignore the body's warning signs, the more damage you are doing and the more years you are shaving off your life like your beard. Now I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself 10 years from now. You've ignored the signals. That stiffness you feel in your hands, that pain you feel in your back, it's now full blown to arthritis. The brain fog you are feeling now, it's turned into a memory loss. Your energy levels, they are gone. You can't run with your kids anymore. You can't enjoy life like you thought you would, and all because you ignored the little signals that could have saved you. But what if I told you there is still time? Right now, you can turn this around, and the question is, will you? I am not here to scare you, I am here to empower you. You have the power to reduce inflammation, to get your energy back, to get your focus, your vitality. Small simple changes, more whole foods, less stress, better sleep. It's not complicated, it's life-changing. You can heal yourself before it's too late. Don't wait until your body forces you to listen. Don't wait until you are facing a life-threatening illness or chronic pain. Your body is speaking to you every day. It's telling you what it needs. When you start fueling your body the right way, you are not just preventing disease. You are reclaiming your life. Every small step you take is a step toward healing. You don't need a fancy treatment or an expensive program. You need awareness. You need action. And remember this: health is not something you lose overnight. It's something you lose one step at a time. And the best news is, it is also something you can reclaim one step at a time. So the next time your body sends you a signal, for example, headache, fatigue, joint pain, don't brush it off. Don't silence the alarm. Instead, ask yourself, what is my body trying to tell me? Why is my body feeling this way? And then listen. Because if you take care of your body, it will take care of you. Comment below if you've ever felt unexplained pain, fatigue, or brain fog. Are you paying attention to your body's warning signs? Share your experience, because I bet you are not alone.